Action. There you go.
Hey guys!
Okay, so we missed last week.
We missed last week. Sorry. Yeah. It was just one of those things. Sorry it's raining, guys.
That's why I've got this phone
Yeah,
in
we're
hand. I'm
recording
video, so that way.
video here and audio
here.
there. So hopefully you can hear us okay. But anyways,
It was a rough week.
yeah,
It was
it
was a very productive
good
week.
week.
It was
was
a very
just a
productive
very
week.
busy week. That's
Yeah.
how I would describe it. It wasn't rough. It was just busy for sure, super busy.
Yes.
But yeah, I feel like
Well, tell them
well,
what
you
was
were busy. Okay, well, so for those of you that don't know, I am a student. I'm a student doula, which, if you know what a doula is, it is like a birth coach kind of. So my job is to meet with women who are pregnant and do teaching and have appointments with them prenatally, do teaching with them, help prepare them for birth, however they want it to go for them. And then I go with them, or I meet them at their house and go through labor and then go to the hospital if they're going to the hospital. And I'm basically there the whole time that they're in labor, baby comes, and then I do some appointments after. So I'm a student for this, but I had to do clinical hours. I had to do a few births for my schooling. So I had 2 births scheduled, and they were supposed to be scheduled a month apart. The due dates were a month apart, and through a series of events, I ended up having both babies both
Being
babies
delivered.
come in 1 week. So it was like one after another.
We didn't see much of Mommy.
Yeah, I was at the hospital for
Didn't see
several
much of
days
Mommy.
with one of them, and
Yeah.
only home to sleep, really.
And
So
even at that, it's kind of spotty. Especially when you've got
I'm coming home
a
at
little-
5 o'clock in the morning, and
a toddler that still breastfeeds, so
yeah,
it's
so
hard.
it was
So-
really awesome, though. It was
It was
really
good.
fun. It was great learning.
Successful babies,
Both
they're all
babies
healthy,
were
and
super sweet and healthy, and it was really great. And
I know
I
one of
love
them is
it,
super
yeah.
squishy. Cute.
anyways, they're both cute.
They're both
super
cute. I don't know the
They're
other baby.
babies. But,
Babies are always cute.
anyways,
Anyway.
so sorry, no
So it
video
was-
last week.
It was kind of, it was chaotic.
Yeah.
And then, at what point did I lose my keys?
Oh yeah.
That's probably another
So
thing we need to talk
yeah,
about.
the other thing that happened is, so I was gone. I was with a client. I was at the hospital, and Matt was home with the kids, and
My daughter,
yeah, you go ahead, babe.
it was my fault. Okay, there's a backstory to this.
Okay. Here. So let's just tell him what. Oh, now it's quiet.
Somebody just turned the water off.
Anyway,
Oh,
oh,
there
there
it
it goes. Okay. So Matt has little scissors on his car keys.
Yes,
And
it
he
was a
was
Christmas
using them. It's like a pocket knife with multiple things, but it has little scissors on it. He was using them to cut something, and then Anna was like, "Oh, Daddy, I want to, cut this paper and practice my cutting." And we're like, "Oh," he's like,
She
"Okay."
wanted to cut the balloon off her wrist.
Oh, okay. Well, she wanted to cut something. So instead of going in the craft stuff and getting her scissors, he's just like, "Here," and he hands her the scissors that are also hooked to his car key. So then I get home and we're ready to go somewhere, and I'm like, "We need to
And we're
take 2
talking
cars."
like 2 hours, maybe.
It was not very long.
It wasn't long.
Yeah.
It wasn't
So
long.
anyways,
And we live, mind you, we live in a 1-bedroom apartment.
we'll get to that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Needless to say, I'm a little hyped up about it still.
So I get home, I'm like, "We need to take 2 cars." And so he's like, "Okay." And he's like, "Where's my car keys?" And we start looking around, cannot find them anywhere. And we needed to take 2 cars because if I got called back to the hospital, I had to be ready to go back. So we looked and looked and looked. We've been looking for a week. So we've only had We've only had one car, which made the week a little bit more
So
difficult.
let me explain. So the problem is it's a Prius. It's a very manly Prius. Just going to say. It's not powder blue. It's powder gray. Regardless. The problem with a Prius is you don't have a physical key. It's a fob. It's a key fob, right? Even worse, it was used. So we only had one set. The fob is gone. It's a keyless entry system, therefore the car is not functional whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And to get one rekeyed,
It's
it's like $500. It's worth more than the car is.
So we're really hoping we find these keys, guys. If you've lost keys before, or a child's lost keys before, tell us where you've
My boss
looked
is
and
probably
found
like, well,
success.
good, I'm glad you lost it. Now you can go get a manly vehicle.
Anyways, okay, so backstory.
Right.
This is not the only time that this has happened. He has given our keys to a child, or let a child have access to the keys before.
One other time.
And they have gotten lost before. So this is like not the first time.
But to be fair, so did she. And when she
So
did...
this is like the third time we've lost
This is
keys.
the third time for me. The first time, it occurred with our used truck. We bought a used truck, and again, one key.
One key.
Now, this is a truck. It's got a manual key, but apparently there had to be a chip inside that communicated with the engine to let it turn on. It's overthinking, guys.
So we had to buy new keys for the truck. But that was, how much was that?
We eventually
not that much.
found
And then we
the
eventually
original
found
keys.
the original keys. But
which
the
doesn't help
Prius,
us much. But
the Prius is like, to get a new key for that car,
substantial amount of
it's
money.
a lot of money.
It's stupid expensive.
For
Anyway.
a key. For a key.
And it was
One
a
key.
stupid mistake. So, needless to say, we've
So
bought
we have one
those little
car now.
tiles, those little
Oh
GPS
yeah, we bought the
tiles.
little tiles, but it only helps
Unfortunately, I
us.
don't have
It
a key to
only
put on
helps
it.
us if we have keys.
Oh, God. Oh.
So that's why there was no video last week. Sorry.
I'm still a little bitter about it. You know, and you want to be mad. You just want to
But you
throw
can't
things.
be mad because you gave her the keys.
Well, yeah, but you still can't. You still want to be mad, but then Anna turns around. She's like, "I love you, Dad." And you're like,
And
All
we
right,
tried
I'll forgive you.
asking her, guys. We've been like, Anna, do you remember where you put those keys? Like, you
Uh-huh.
were cutting the paper, and she's like, the keys?
Yeah.
We're like, where are they? She's like,
I don't know. I'm like, okay.
And
Anna,
yeah,
we've moved your
so
bed outside.
We live in a one-bedroom apartment. That's it. Oh, what you? How far could it go? But we have we've pulled the
We've torn.
couch out. We've ripped the beds apart. We have cleaned and looked and cleaned and looked. Apparently, you can still lose things in a one-bedroom apartment.
So hopefully by next week we'll have better news for you.
Hopefully.
This weekend's going to be spent moving your brother, doing taxes, and finding a key for a Prius. So
Oh, the joys of life.
so stay tuned. Anyway,
But we have some fun trips coming up that we're planning.
we do.
So that'll be fun. So stay tuned to see where we're going. That will be fun.
It will be.
I'm excited.
Finally, the weather's getting better.
It's raining. Oh my gosh, so much.
Okay. You know, I really like the rain, though.
I
I'll prefer the rain over the snow.
I still can't go outside and play in the sunshine though.
That's why you have this room, though.
Yeah, but I want to be like planting and digging and
Here, show them off. Show
I'm
'em
getting
off.
a tan. I know my plants need to be planted, guys.
Well,
Look.
show them off.
Look how big they are. See this? They're gonna
You've got buds that are ready to
I know
flower.
they're gonna flower. I'm getting flowers on my squash. I've gotta get them planted outside. But yeah.
Anyway, so better weather's coming. I know it. So. Okay, guys. Well, tonight we're gonna go on a much-needed date night, as I haven't seen my wife in like 2 weeks.
I've been living at
Other mommy's house,
yeah.
taking care of other people's children.
No, not really. Just helping mom.
Just helping them. You know, and I have to say, not to brag on my wife, but she's dang good at it. Like, and I hope you keep this in, babe, because she just has a way with moms and babies. And if there's one thing that I can always say, that my wife has always, even before she even knew this realm of work even existed, she always had this natural affinity for pregnancy, the pregnancy process, babies, and encouraging moms. And so this is exactly what she needs to be doing, and she's so happy doing it. It just thrills me to no end. So anyway, she does a good job. So, okay, so that's just bragging. So my wife's awesome. So if you need a doula, I mean, I would have a doula, but my wife's tried to knock me up. That's been unsuccessful. So
You would need a doula.
cut that out, please.
I'm totally leaving that in there.
All right, guys. So that's about it for us. Have a good week or weekend, whenever you watch this. Just have the day you have. I don't care. See you guys. You know.
It's like raining so hard. I ran out of things to say. Stay sexy.
What was that laugh I just like coughed? It looks like sound like a horse. You know when Mason does a horse sound, he like does the cutest horse and he gets it's got the
Sounds like Daddy's laugh. You have to understand, Mason's got
He's
a
talking so
library
much, guys.
of cute noises. When he's hungry and you give him what he wants, he does what we call the purr. He's done that since he was like, what, like 5 months old?
Anytime if he wants to nurse and he sees me like getting ready, he's like
That's what Daddy says.
that's funny.
You cut that out. All right.
That's what Daddy said. I just got that.